Why, hello there. Jacob here. And, well, Minnesota Vikings fans, yeah, as I kind of mentioned in my video last week, that was not a great performance, we'll just say. But again, there's only so much you can do when basically 3/5 of your offensive line is injured. And now even the backups are starting to get injured, so. Oh boy. And who do we take on next? Myles Garrett and the Cleveland Browns. Yeah, that's not going to be a fun game here. I mean, people keep sleeping on just how good the Browns defense actually is. I know, during the season this year, I think they're tops in almost every defensive category, or at least overall defense. They're like top 5. So I don't know if they're still the top ones or not because of last week's performance against the Lions, but we'll see. And also, where, oh man, I just hope this never becomes a thing again where we literally have teams going back to back games overseas in different countries, home or road team, but it's probably becoming more and more likely at this point, so yeah. But thankfully, this is the last week we're over there, and then we finally get our bye week. But, yeah, let's go ahead and kind of break this down a little bit, shall we? So, yeah. Probably the 3 biggest talking points are, in order, Myles Garrett versus our makeshift, I guess is the best word I could describe offensive line. I mean, we're basically holding that thing together with screws, duct tape, and bubble gum at this point. Like, it is getting bad. So I would not be surprised if over the bye week or something like that, if we go out there and look at getting some more offensive line help. Because I still think we have some salary or like some money left. So if I were them, I would be seriously considering getting some better offensive line depth. Because, yikes. It doesn't matter if it's Carson Wentz, Tom Brady, or J.J. McCarthy back there. With our offensive line, no one's going to have any time to do anything. And for the love of everything holy KOC, let's stop with the 7, step dropbacks all the damn time, especially when the defensive line is already halfway to the quarterback 3 steps in. So yeah, that's not going to be fun. Because as we know, Myles Garrett is one of those guys that can wreck any game plan, any team, any sort of time. So yeah, that's going to be goal number 1. And then flipping it over to goal number 2 or point number 2 or whatever you want to say here. The Cleveland Browns are starting their rookie 3rd-rounder Dillon Gabriel this week against another very, very, very powerful defense. Yeah, have fun, kid. I mean, so I'll be kind of curious to see what Stefanski and their offensive coordinator do as far as play calling, mitigation, stuff like that. I mean, they have a very promising young running back in Quinshon Judkins. They have some weapons on the outside. I mean, Harold Fandon Jr. is looking like a great H-back tight end, sort of like that Jim Kleinsaucer role, if you remember. Jerry Jeudy, he can go off at any point. So they got a few guys out there that could definitely help with Dillon Gabriel. But how will he be able to read these exotic blitzes? Because, I mean, it's difficult for any quarterback who's not used to playing in the NFL. The difference with Rodgers is, yeah, sure, he got smoked a few times last week, but afterwards he adjusted and turned into Aaron Rodgers. But he has also been in the league since Oh, God, if not Dylan Gabriel being born pretty damn close already, if you can believe it. But anywho, so yeah, how will the Browns offense go against Brian Flores' defense with a rookie quarterback in his first start overseas? I mean, that's going to be very, very interesting. And probably the last point here, kind of making this short and sweet this week, special teams, special teams, special teams. Because special teams for the Vikings has been kind of hit or miss. However, though, this could be a high field goal game, like just basically high percentage field goal game. Because for whatever reason, over in London, over in England, those games typically have a lot of field goals. And plus, with both offenses, maybe, starting with rickety pieces or different pieces that may or may not show up. Like I say, it just all depends on how the offensive lines hold up. This could be one of those like 12-9, 17-14 type of games. I mean, this could be a low-scoring, ugly slugfest. Or it could be a 44-42 shootout. Just because when you think you know how a game's going to go, the opposite happens. But yeah, all I can say is to kind of wrap this up. How will our offensive line do against Myles Garrett and that pass rush? How will Dylan Gabriel in his first start go against our defense? And then who wins the special teams battle? Can both kickers show up when they need to? Because again, this could be a field goal type of game. So yeah, that'll pretty much wrap up this video. So until we meet again, Skol Vikings. Please get this thing done, because next week we can go into the bye, reevaluate, and readjust basically. So